Well, life is a box of chocolates, and we just served them all up. So let's try this again. Welcome to the show, everybody. This is Rick with Isyour6covered. We're hopefully having fun, and hopefully you can hear me. So if you can hear me, let me know in the comment section down below before I waste my time trying to yap. We did this already. Can you guys hear me or not? All right. Welcome to the show. I know exactly what happened. Last night, Ray did a chat, and he plugged his computer in to my little motherboard deal over here with all the cameras and the microphones, and for some reason, it did not work. It did not want anything to do with it. So in my left hand, I got the famous non-tasting glass of life here, water. And then on the other end, we got the great Bojangles sweet tea. So trying to mix it up a little bit, not drink as much sweet tea. But I have a feeling both of those will probably be gone by the end of this chat. Just probably. So today was a good day. Today was a day of catching up and getting ready for the Wyoming match. So the burst match, team match. And I got all the ammo loaded for the 6 Creed. So Skittles will have plenty of food to eat. And then I did get a chance, and I can't remember who sent it out to me, but we had talked about good hiking shoes and good, comfortable kind of a running shoe, but also something that, you need out in Wyoming when you're running the match. And unfortunately, I apologize because I can't remember who it was, but they had sent a really good-looking shoe. It was made by Under Armour, and unfortunately, those things are basically unobtainium unless you are size 7 or one other size. I couldn't figure it out, but so we never got a chance to try those out. We did go to, when we were in Charlotte for our Atlanta for Blade Show, there was a big mall there, and they probably had, I've never been to a mall that had so many shoe stores in it, but we went to a few that actually sold Under Armour, but they didn't have that model. These were Cameron Hayes. I believe that was the name of this, basically, I don't know what you call him. Basically, he's a very known runner of some sort, but he also does a lot of other stuff. But the shoe was basically designed, it was kind of cool. It was almost looked like a ski boot when it came to the binding part. So you didn't have a bunch of laces that you would catch on and snag on bushes and stuff like that. So the concept was really good. It had a very aggressive sole, and I was like, man, I'd like to try these out. But unfortunately, we weren't able to find those at any of the stores. So I've been shooting with Merrell's, basically a kind of a mid to light hiking boot. But they're just, after the end of the day, man, it sucks. I can't wait to take those things off. I guess they're a little narrow for my feet or whatever the case was, but I'm like, I don't want to be running in these boots. They're gonna suck. So I went out today and picked up a brand of shoe that I've never worn before. I've seen people wearing them, and I've heard great things about them. They're supposed to be really comfortable, very lightweight. I did get the high top version just to keep stuff out of your shoes a little bit better. But the tread is very aggressive. They are Vibram soles, and I've been wearing them all day today, and they feel really good. They are a waterproof. It's basically, this is it. It's a hookah. Ray likes to call them hooker. But they are a very comfortable shoe. We're going to try them out. They are a waterproof. So they do have like a leather suede to them. So they look very durable. I guess we'll test them out and see if they actually work. But 45 Auto says he loves the Merrells. Yeah, they work great. I don't mind wearing them for half the day, but man, after the match, all I can do is just can't wait to put on a pair of tennis shoes. And that's the one thing that I don't want to have to do is, run around in a bunch of uncomfortable pair of shoes. So I did put these on at the store. I stepped on basically the thing that measures your foot. It has that sharp edge where you use it for a slider. Some of the lightweight running shoes are too lightweight in the sole. They're too thin and you feel every rock. And that makes for a really long day of hiking or running or even walking. So on like heavy gravel. So we're going to try these out and see how they do. Kind of wanted to give you guys an update. There was people that were asking, and these are them. So they're hookah. I don't know how to pronounce it correctly, but they're a good looking shoe. Maybe not the coolest looking, but I don't really care, but they are very comfortable. So the Ultras, I do have Ultras. The Ultras wear out really fast. At least the ones that I have, and the soles are too soft for rocks. So those are a good, depending on what you're running in. When it comes to 3-gun stuff, I was using the hell are those called? Can't think right now. What is it called? Anybody out there can help me out? Let me know. What are they called? It's basically a lot of people use them. I can't think of what they're called right now, but those are a little bit narrow in the toes, and you don't have to do much running when it comes to like 3-gun stuff or worry about ankle support as much on these hills, tripping over rocks and stuff like that. But we'll see how they do. They may be horrible. It may, I don't think they will be, but we'll see. And I'll report back so you guys will either know to stay away from them, or maybe they actually work out really good, and I can report back. But it's kind of nice. It's got a rough rubber toe here for when you're shooting prone. You don't have to worry about blowing out the stitches or wearing the stitches out. And so we'll see. I don't know. We'll have to report back on that. When buying gun boots and cars by German, I can't say all that stuff. 2A refugee. Let's see. Let me get back here and read the comment sections. Just tried the Aldi sweet tea. That stuff is really good. I think I've had that before. It is good. Let's see. Let me go up and make sure I say hi to everybody before we get started here. John Rollins, Chris Beck, Nancy Mink. We got Chris Beck in the house. He's got a new, I don't know if he got it yet. I think they shipped his new Voodoo, and he's looking forward to that. Davey J's out there. Matt Cross. Where do I submit your complaints? Send them to X-Ring because he's the one that jacked it all up. What up, Six Runners? DW's in the house. Let's see here. Let's see. Tim Rink, we are back. Yes, sir. Davey J. Riflemania's out there. Welcome. Jerry Parker, Chris Estes, David Martin, Lima Charlie, Rickinator. Dale's out there. What's up, Dale? Brian T. Barry Danick, Mr. Iceland, Mr. Otter. Welcome to the show from miles and miles away. We got Shaggy Rifleman's back. 45 Auto says. We got Chris Beck. Not the kind of terrain the customers at the mall are going to be. Yeah, I was kind of leaving it. You know what I'm talking about. But yeah, there was a lot of different sports there, but nothing for really hiking. Of course, there's really probably nowhere to hike there either, so it makes sense. But we figured since we're in the big city of Atlanta, you just never know. You might come across some. So they have definitely gone downhill, 45 Auto says, with the Merrells. When buying gun boots, okay, I read that one. Steve Headley's out there, 2A refugee. Ultras have been great for me. Yeah, they're getting to crack. I don't have any of those down here, but they're waterproof and they're really comfortable because the toe box is really wide, especially if you gives your room for your toes to move around a little bit, get some air in there, whatever the case is. But the problem is they crack right where your foot bends, and it wears a hole in them, and then they're no longer waterproof. So it kind of sucks. George Wilson's out there. Yeah, George, we had some technical difficulties, which is pretty much normal on this channel. Present with the wife. Chris Winsett's out there. Welcome. Present with the wife. Awesome. Tell Miss Winsett I said hi if she can't hear me. And we got Hold Left Edge and Send It. Welcome, Charles. Eric's out there. And what else we got here? Let's see. Guns by American and Build What You Want. What I meant to say was, when buying guns, boots, or cars, buy German. Now, are these German? These things, I have no idea, but these are Gore-Tex. They do have the Vibram soles. So the foot gear, I think I'm dialed in on foot gear. Hopefully those work out well. I talked to my partner today, Mr. Shetout8888. He is in Alabama right now, actually. So I will be running an armband just to back up any data in case everything goes to heck in a handbasket, which should be fine. I tried to, and I'm going to still try because I think it'd be good information. Nope, still no sound. Oh, that's old. For some reason, my phone won't send the video I want to, so I can show you this little video I did of the gear upstairs. So I don't know. I just don't know. Maybe it'll work. No, it ain't going to work like that either. Oh, well. All right. So what I did was, we kind of talked about it a little bit yesterday on an X-Rings chat. I am definitely going to be running a backpack after messing around with my gear today. My rifle weighs in at 22 pounds. And then I got a bipod on there. I got a small rear bag attached to it. I got a sling on it. And it probably weighs in at, and then I got the double pull MDT Skypod, which is probably another, I don't know, pound it to be right around there. Probably more than that, actually. So it's probably weighing in at probably, my guess would be, this is, I don't know, 23.5 pounds, something like that. So it's gonna be a heavy rifle for this match. So this bag here, which I've been using for the last probably 3 to 5 months. We shot it. I used it in the Way of the Precision Rimfire NRL. It was a blind stage match. That was on February. So I guess that was 4 months ago. So yeah, it's been right at 4 months because I bought it right before that. This bag does carry a rifle on the exterior. It actually hangs and then clips in, so you can use it as a hunting bag. This is made by Killik, Killik. You guys might have seen this bag before, but right now there's some extra gear in here. There's actually gear in here that won't be in here, but this is all my pistol stuff, and I'm just trying to basically condense everything into a couple bags so when I throw it in Ray's vehicle, he won't have to mess with much. I tried a battle belt. So inside of here is the battle belt. When we have, I was going to try to carry the battle belt and run all my mags off of the battle belt. But at the end of the day, trying to get around really having the weight stable on your hips along with your shoulders, it's going to end up being, this will be my battle belt. So I'm going to run a mag on each side, and I'll have one additional one. So I have 30 rounds. That's the Skittle mag there. I'll have 30 rounds on me, basically in mags, and then as I'm running to the next stage, after at least stage 3, I will have to start feeding the mags. So I'm going to run a water bottle here, just a small normal one that'll probably be half full, just to help, just in case you're running and you get a bug in your eye, you get a bug in your mouth, I don't know, spider, whatever the case is, and you want to, your mouth gets dry, just something to moisten the lips so you can communicate with your partner. There won't be a bunch of water in here at all. It'll be half of basically a normal, drinking water bottle. And that'll be plenty. That's what I've been doing when I've been hiking with I've been running 28 pounds in here. Some of the difference is going to be the rifle weight is going to be on a sling. So I messed with that today. And if you are trying to figure out what's the best way to make your gear work, you really can't until you just go try it out. I didn't have the ability to go do this while running around town with my rifle, but I screwed around with it inside of the house and came up with some different ideas. So I'm going to be running the sling a little unorthodox. I'm going to be running it basically backwards to how you would carry a tactical sling. I want to be running it more of like a hunting style. It is a 2-point sling. It's a what is it? A Blue Force. Great sling. It is padded. I did buy the padded one a while back. Figured why not? I actually used that one at the when we shot that team safari match in New Mexico as well, and then also used it on Snipers Unknown when I was shooting with Coda Boy as a partner. But I want to be running it a lot different than you normally would, like carrying an AR. I want to be running the basically the rifle barrel up and on the front and barrel up on the back. And that's the reason why I have everything set up. I'm actually running the MDT SkyPod backwards so that the left-hand nut where you would normally, like in a PRS style match, you could bring it forward and backwards real easy. It's actually going to be on the opposite side. And I'm running the legs towards me. And what I'm trying to do is keep everything smooth on one side. So the only thing on the left side of the rifle is basically a dope card, which I'm not sure I'm going to even use. But on the right side, you got the bolt, and you got a few other things like the knob, and that's the side that's got a bunch of pokey stuff. So I'm going to run that. I'm going to run that bipod backwards. Just less stuff rubbing on you, especially when I have it on the front. I'll be able to hold on to it. The biggest thing is this is really going to save my back. I tried it without it, just kind of jumped around the house for just a few seconds, and you could tell that there's definitely going to be some wear spots if you're not running some type of protection. The guys that do this stuff a lot may have a system that works much better, but for someone that it's just trying to get through the 3 days of agony, basically. I'm just going to run. I'm going to run this backpack to protect myself. Once it's empty, I can really squeeze this thing down with all the different straps. So it won't be a big pain in the butt. Hopefully, it'll just basically be a way to protect my back. Other than that, someone asked about the Fury. The 5000s, with applied ballistics, I am definitely going to be running those. And actually tomorrow I'm going to be doing some testing. I fly out to California on Sunday, so really running out of time. I know X-Ring is going to be driving out on the 15th, so by the time I get back, I'll have to give them actually all my gear tomorrow. So it should be pretty good. But yeah, I'm looking forward to utilizing the Furies. Really like them. I would say I don't know what the time frame is, but when you do range something and you're waiting for that thing to compute, it takes a little bit. If I aim, I shoot for distance. It takes probably a 1/1000, 2/1000, maybe 3/1000 before I'm getting the data for it. So I guess during a rush of a match, you're going to be kind of stressed because you're waiting for these numbers to pop up. But really, I mean, it's going through all the stuff. The only other way would be to basically range it, and then I would be looking on either on my armband or something. So the time's probably going to be about the same. It'll probably be faster using the range finding binoculars, anyways. But you just sit there and you're waiting for a couple thousandths of a second. You're like, hurry up. So that's one thing I did notice. Let's see. Let me catch up. Whoever said this whole PRS deal was fun never told me I'd always be broke. Yeah, actually, Charles Tiffy just bought some. He put something on Instagram about he's got some parts that came in, so I'll be interested to see what he's building. I think you're crazy running that boat anchor instead of the Tika. Fair enough, it's a laser, but it's heavy. It is 2A refugee. I don't want to have to deal with the whole. I don't want to deal with the whole Tika moon dust thing. I don't know what Wyoming brings when it comes to dust. I'm sure it's going to be just as dusty, maybe a little less. I know there's more greenery and vegetation, but I don't want to have that same issue. I could have spent the last couple of months. Actually, I didn't even know I was shooting the stupid match till a month ago or whatever. So there could have been time where I could have figured out a way to do it. Actually, these mags here actually work in the Tika, and it is 5 pounds lighter. Still running the Vortex Razor HD Gen 2. I'm going to be running the H59 reticle in my Skittles. That's what Skittles has in it right now. So the reticle's a little bit different. I think it'll help. Hopefully I'll do less dialing because we're just going to be on such time constraints. And we'll see how it works out. Hopefully it works out. I do not want to I don't want, when you're shooting with the team, right, you don't want to be the weak link. And I don't know. I want to do decent. I want to do okay. If that makes sense. You want to make sure all your stuff's dialed, basically. You don't want to be half-butting it. Will you drink Skittle, bro, after the match? Maybe. Haven't had any. Let's see. I got a bug in my eye running yesterday a half mile away from the house. My eye is jacked up today. Yeah, see Chris Beck. So having a little bit of water, I think, is going to be huge. I will be bringing shorts. I got some cry pants that I might wear. If depending on the terrain, I don't know what the terrain's going to look like. So if it's really rocky, or if you're basically having to do a lot of prone shooting, which would make sense. I think a lot of prone and tripod work is probably going to be the case for this match. That's kind of what happened in the on the Team Safari match that we did. There was like just a few rock formations that you shot off of, and then one like this little wall thing. But other than that, it was a lot of bipod, tripod stuff. So I would assume it's going to be like that. I've never had a spider in my mouth. Yeah, I mean, things happen. I know I was running, it was a couple days ago, and I got something in my eye. Luckily, I went like that and got it out, but I'm like, man, just having some water, if I would have, ate some bugs or whatever the case is, or if the team in front of us and all the dust, or I don't know, just having a little bit of water is better than not having any. So we'll see what happens. Took the extra hours because guys cried about having to work late, but I'll take the time and a half. Yeah, time and a half is always nice. I work harder than an ugly stripper, my friend. I've never heard that saying. That's pretty funny. It's a double deal. I'm logging driving hours for CLDs and experience. Let's see. I did get a pair of Cry Pants 45 Auto. Dick Hedges actually was the one that hooked me up with that. So great goat herders out there. Welcome, great goat herder. 3 more weeks and the Arkin will ship. Nice. Congratulations, DW. It's always nice when stuff arrives. I did get a scope in the mail the other day. It's the 1-10 Vortex, the Gen 3. It's upstairs. And I put I think I showed you guys the Viper PST. It's actually this box, but it's upstairs. I got to do some reviews on some stuff. Give you guys some information on it, but it's this one here. I like it a lot. It's got the EBR7C reticle in it. Really starting to like that. I picked up and ordered one months back. It was the Razor HD Gen 2. but it was the EBR 7C because they don't make the 2C anymore, and was super excited about that. One of you guys, I think it was either Shaggy Rifleman or somebody, I can't remember now, but told me about it on Sniper Side. There was a good little discount. I think I paid like $1,600 for it, so it was pretty cool. But it finally showed up, so I was pretty excited. Glad to have it show up. That one's going to end up going on my 360 Voodoo, and then I'm going to get that one ready for shooting. I think the 19th I'll fly back on the 13th. I think I fly back on the 14th or 15th, and then we have a match on the 19th, Chris Simmons match. So I don't know if I'll be shooting. I'll probably still be shooting the 90 degree Voodoo, which will be fine. Let's see. We work built-in overtime here. It's a love and hate thing. Rick, the Under Armour Cameron Hayes trail runners are usually not in stores. Have to order them online. Yeah, Nancy Meek, I actually tried. Actually, it was Nancy Meek, I think, who sent me those. There was only two sizes available. It was a 7 and like a 9 or something. There was nothing that I could have ordered. Shane Perry, what's going on? Was hoping to see you guys last week at the Steel Safari. Oh, Shane, we would have loved to. I wanted to go to that match, but we worked Blade Show, so we were required. We were we were required to show up to that one. We're going to be at the NRA in Houston coming up too, as well. We're going to be bringing the Microtech booth and showing suppressors and that kind of stuff. So if you guys are in the area, I guess it's the NRA convention. I don't know. There's so much hate towards the NRA. Who knows? We'll probably be the only ones to show up. With a lot of sense, too. I understand the reasons why everybody's hating on them right now. Doing a lot of dumb crap. Let's see here. Boom, boom, boom. The 4 on 4 of 3 on 3 off repeat. Oh, 4 on 4 off. Gotcha. That's your shift. I see. Mr. Plus 5, what's going on, buddy? What's everyone catching up with a little chat before? Oh, Plus 5 is getting ready to tattoo somebody. They should have given employed people extra 300 a week and watch how fast the unemployed. That's actually a really good idea. That makes a lot of sense, actually. Get people incentives. I've seen a lot of signing bonus stuff for McDonald's and like all these places around where I live. It's like a signing bonus for freaking working at. I guess it makes sense because a lot of the restaurants that you go into are very understaffed, and they kind of tell you that. Nobody wants to work anymore, unfortunately. I wish I could get this video going. Let me see if I can figure this out. Foco65 said, thanks for trying, Rick. You and Ray are what got me something. I appreciate it. Oh, into precision long range, going to my first match tomorrow. Yeah. Foco 6'5". That's awesome, man. That is cool. That's one of the biggest things about the channel. I mean, we've been trying to promote, getting your cousins or your nieces and nephews and taking them to the range and really trying to promote people to get out and go shoot, have fun, and push the Second Amendment and show that it's a friendly, fun-loving family sport of shooting, not some evilness and craziness that a lot of people are portraying. Because I grew up shooting, and I tell you what, I love it. Love everything about it. Let's see here. I don't know. Things are getting crazy. So other than packing up some luggage and getting ready, hotel room's done. I got a rental car done. I'm actually flying into Colorado and driving up. I think it's about 2.5 hours. Up into Wyoming, so we'll see. Should be fun. What'll be nice about it is I've been through most of those parts of Wyoming and Colorado, but it'll be kind of neat to go back and check it out again. Yeah, Foco, I appreciate it. There are a lot of great people out here. A lot of great community. It really is. What I don't understand about it is, and I guess it kind of makes sense. I guess people have certain things that they're looking for when they're watching YouTube channels. But even inside the 2A community, there's very small little pods of different things, right? You got, and I'm not even talking like long range and 3-gun and USPSA. I'm just talking, there's so many like small little networks, and a lot of times they don't really cross over. And unfortunately, I think I got me a mosquito. Nope, I didn't get him. Got lit up the other day. Dang it, missed him again. If you're ever in Colorado with a spare time, stop in northern Colorado. Let's shoot some things. Yeah, that'd be fun. Definitely be fun. Northern Colorado. I think I'll be in northern Colorado on the 22nd. I don't know if that's, I would assume it's northern Colorado because I'm landing in Denver, I believe. I think it's Denver. Let me see here. Where's my Southwest app at? I would assume it's got to be Denver, but never assume. Let's see here. That's Houston. View all trips. Yeah, Denver. Denver on the 22nd. Yeah, it should be fun. You'd probably drive right through my town of Fort Collins. Is that north of Denver? What up, Mr. Dick Hedges? How are you today? P NASCAR's out there. What's going on? Let's see. You will be. Yeah, you will be if you're going to Wyoming. Yeah, looking forward to it. Should be pretty good. Took an early flight, so I'll be able to land during the day and get a chance to drive the rental car north and actually get a chance to see it all. It's not going to be all dark. Mr. Treefeller's out there. What is going on, Mr. Treefeller? We were talking a little bit for those of you guys that just showed up. We were talking about some different gear I purchased to try out. These are some new hiking boots. These are going to be what's hopefully going to save my feet during this match in Wyoming, so we shall see. They are waterproof, which I don't think it's going to rain out there, but they'll work good out here because we got a lot of water out here. Too much water sometimes. So looking forward to that. Other than that, it's more or less I got the pistol ammo. I actually need to clean the pistol. I was going to clean the Skittles rifle, but I think I'm just going to leave it dirty. And since the barrel's fouled and ready to go, should be good. It's only got 6,000 rounds on it. I'm just kidding. The barrel's completely burned out. Shoots, like a 3 MOA at 50 yards. And should be a disaster. Is rifle fling with you? What does that mean, Jerry Parker? What harness did you get to climb in? Yeah, I want to know why Mr. Dick Hedges is climbing trees. He's probably looking for those, 1 hour north. Okay. Yeah, if I'm headed through there. Email me your phone number. I'll get in contact with you. I don't know if I'll have time to go shooting, but actually I won't have anything to shoot. Ray's going to have it all. Yeah, I'm coming in a couple days early because I want to basically screw around, check out the sites, and get a chance to just kind of get oriented and acclimated to whatever the weather's going to be. The elevation will be double the height here, which won't be too bad. 5,000 feet's not that high. I say that now until I can't breathe while I'm trying to run and probably pass out and die. We'll see, though. We'll see what happens. We'll see what happens. I got an arrow hunter. Nice. What's up, Mr. Robert Warren? I guess I'm going to have to do it this way. I hate doing this. There's a couple things I wanted to show, though. I wanted to talk about it a little bit. Tell me what you guys' thoughts were. So let's see here. Let me try to send it one more time to the computer. Because how you're supposed to do it, it'd be so nice. It usually works. It's showing that there's no people. Let's see here. Let me see if I can figure this out real quick. Yeah, because what I can do is I'll be a little picture on the side and kind of show you the gear that I'm running, since YouTube's a pain in the booty. And then give me your thoughts on it. Kind of tell you what I'm doing and seeing if it's something that see if you guys see anything that you think might hamper my abilities. Because what we're doing is we're trying to learn from each other. Let's see, Bluetooth on. I don't know why. Let's see, AirDrop. I got it on everyone. How do you check it on your computer? Dun, 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 dun. AirDrop. Imports. Where's my IT Tim Davis at when you need him? Mr. Tim Davis, calling Mr. Tim Davis. Please report to the IT booth for some serious computer-aided help. Come on. Add to album. I don't want to add the album. I want to send it to the computer. Dang it. All right. I guess I got to go old school. Could have got all high tech and it would have been awesome, but is your rifle going on the plane or mailing it? Actually, Jerry Parker, great question. This is going to be a super easy trip because Ray is actually bringing his trailer and his family up there. They're leaving on the 15th. So when it comes to ammunition and airlines and doing the rifle thing, it's easy. It's not horrible. But when you're shooting a match and you have pistol ammo and rifle ammo, and if it's over 8 pounds, I believe it is, depending on the carrier, they won't let you. So last time we had to ship a lot of ammo, and then you got to hope that it gets there. You got to hope that the person taking it will hold on to it and not sell it or use it or hide it or whatever the case is. And that's the tough part. So super simple match. I'm going to give it to Ray. And then when Ray shows up, it's going to be an easy peasy. All right, so here we go. Unfortunately, I got to do it this way. Let me pause this. All right, so here's what I'm doing. I'm running. So let me get to focus. Okay, so you can see there that I got basically a QD off the Tika. It's actually camouflage. And I'm running some cordage, not P cord, but something a little bit stronger. And I basically got it in a prusik style or fisherman's knot. So right now, if it does fail, basically the knots will come together. It'll be kind of a smooth transition. And then the rope will be holding onto the chassis around that thing there. So it'll give me time to understand that it has failed. One cool thing you're going to see, and I don't know, I haven't tried this at an actual match, but if you see that blue, like greenish thing, come on, focus. If you see that greenish thing on the bipod, that's actually a rubber band that runs down to the bottom of the base of the feet. And the reason I did that was when you extend them, you can extend it's a double throw. So you can pull the legs all the way down, and when you hit the button, it's basically just wanting to come back. So it's a little bit quicker. I don't know how well it'll work. I figured I'd give it a shot because I was monkeying around with it anyways. And let's see here. So here is the Blue Force gear. I don't know if you guys can read the model if you wanted the model or not, but that is the sling I'm using. And it's worked really well. It is an adjustable 2-point sling. And then back here, I'm doing basically the same thing. I'm running it through the eye in front of the QD mount. So if the QD mount, come on. If the QD mount fails, it's basically on the strap portion of it as well. And then you have that same style rope running through the chassis, just in case that fails as well. 600, that one's $800, Great Go Herder. No, I'm trying it. I'm always trying new stuff. So then as I come around, you're going to see pause. All right, so right here, you're going to see, if I can get it to, these are sandsock gear. This is very lightweight shooting bags. And then you're going to see the actual rubber around the bolt. And that is just to keep that thing from flopping around when you're running. It is attached by a plastic carabiner. So if I need to ditch it or move it out of the way or use it for a front bag, I can. But basically it hangs there in the rear, so you can't, one, forget the gear, and two, it's where you're going to need the rear bag support anyway. So trying to keep it kind of a slim line. We'll see how it works. Could end up being a complete cluster, but I think that's going to be a good way to pack that rifle. So you got everything on the bolt side, which we talked about earlier in the chat, which is the I'm running the bipod backwards in case you just showed up. So the lever is actually on the right side of the rifle, along with the bolt, because it's a right-handed bolt. And then I'm running that sandsock gear on the right side as well. So that's kind of the side that's going to be not against my body, so it'll be kind of nice. And I'm not even going to run basically an LRA send it, because I'm not running if I was running the other one, if I had more time and I wanted to switch it all out, I would run the spur mount with the LRA. If I run the LRA using non-spur mount, it's going to be sticking out like this, and it's going to just be rubbing the heck out of me, so I'm not even going to do it when not in use. Yeah, the sling, the rubber bands I want to try. What's kind of nice, not only does it make it easier for the legs to retract again, but it's actually more of a positive when you're going to grab the button. It's trying to hold it up as well. So if I'm running, one thing is it's not going to be bouncing and wanting the legs to extend. And after you guys use a Sky bipod, or if it's kind of worn out, or if it's the Gen 1 version. I know Ray had some issues with his. You could basically, on the old version, shake it and the legs would extend. And that's the last thing I want, is two big old spiky things up by my face. So I'm going with the rubber bands to not only try it out and see how it works, but also to make it and stay compact and not have to deal with it. I'll sell you a rubber bands and a Harris bipod for $400. Okay. Yeah, you got to try stuff. You got to remember, this is how ingenuity starts out. You may see the next SkyPod have some internal springs in it or something. I don't know. Just coming up stuff. Now we got John Sams out there. Welcome. If you're talking about the Burst team match, me and my girlfriend will be shooting it together. Any tips for first timers? John, this match, I've shot the Team Safari match before. I haven't shot this match, so this one will be a little bit different. As far as tips, I can tell you some tips from the last Team Safari match that may pertain or may not pertain. Targets are going to be a pain in the butt in ranging them. You're going to need – we got a tree feller sent me some text. There is a few videos that we did before. Actually, a good one that may help is yesterday's chat on X-Ring's channel, which was here. We did it here, but on his channel, we talked a little bit about the Burst match and getting ready for it. Try to stay very light is what I've heard, John. Don't carry like a backpack full of crap. I will be running this backpack, John, but it'll be completely empty. And the reason why is I'm just trying to protect my back from the rifle bouncing around while I'm trying to run. There's probably better tools out there. I know Ray is going to be running basically a plate carrier, just something to protect his back. I actually tried one of my plate carriers, or my only plate carrier. I took the plates out of it. The problem was it wasn't long enough. I was getting some scope. I think it was the scope. It was basically hitting me right underneath it. So it wasn't doing, even if I ran that plate carrier, it wasn't protecting me where I needed. So I think it was the windage turret, or one of the turrets was basically jamming into my back. And I was like, no, this ain't going to cut the mustard. So you will see me carrying this at least the first day. It might be horrible. I might hate it. But when you come to these matches, unless you're driving maybe or you live close by, it's not like you can just go grab something else and give that a try, because you bring in what you think's going to work. And if it doesn't work, you're going to be screwed. I would say, John, if hopefully you have a tripod of some sort and some type of Arca rail, that's going to be a huge help. A lot of the stuff for Team Safari was prone and off a tripod. So something to think about. Yeah, as minimal as you can, basically. When Ray ran this match last time, it was as light as you could go. He didn't even carry water. He just basically ran. It was like an hour and something long. And he's like, I'm not even going to carry water. I will be carrying a half bottle of water, just a normal little bottle of water like you get at a gas station, just to wet my lips, basically be able to communicate with my partner. And that's it. I think trying your gear out, I'm not in shape, so that's going to be the part that really hampers me the most, I think, as far as the shooting portion of it. As long as we can find the targets, I'll at least be able to scare them. And that's just being humble, because, I don't know what the winds are going to be. I don't know what the terrain is or any of that stuff. So I'm just going to count on having fun, trying to have fun, I guess, is the most important part of the most important thing we can do is go have fun doing it. And we'll see how good or bad we do. And from there, we can learn from that. Become better, or say that was the worst match ever. I almost died. I'm never doing it again, or whatever. But you're getting feedback after you shoot it, right? You're like, I'm never doing this again, or, oh man, that was so much fun. I actually was in okay shape, and I could do it. So we'll see what happens. I don't know. It's gonna be fun. I am carrying a very heavy rifle. I think with the junk on it, I think it's like 23.5 pounds. And I don't really want to do that, but that's what I'm going to do. So we'll see how that works. And then make sure you got some light, if you're going to carry some sand-filled, game changer bag or whatever the case is, hopefully you're in great shape, or you're very strong and in great shape, because the weight's going to be the killer. There's SoCal Plinker. What's going on? Going to be using the Vortex Fury. I am, SoCal. I will be using that. Been messing with it for the last couple of weeks. So I was glad they were able to send it out to me and give me enough time to get some hours behind it. I'll probably screw with it. I'm really loving the idea of getting in there early. I want to see what the environmentals are and how much different it is from the Kestrel. And once you input that information into the Kestrel, well, one of the coolest things about the Fury, now I had the SIG BDX 3000s, and those are a great unit as well. One of the advantages to the Fury, well, first off, one of the disadvantages is the price is quite a bit more than the Fury is, or the SIG BDX. But the nice thing about it is if you can get it all dialed in, the Fury actually takes temperature. It takes basically your relative humidity along with your elevation and your temperatures, and basically your Kestrel is already built into it. So you don't have to per se even run your Kestrel if you didn't want to. You can get it to link, no problem, but not having to run something or one less thing to die can also be a bonus as well. So we'll see what happens. Tripod, Arca, Crypod. There you go. Took all the weights off my rifle. Still 18 pounds. Working on cardio. Plate carrier runs. There you go. Trying to be as ready as possible. Thanks for the info. Yeah, John. It's going to be fun. If you see us out there, make sure you say hi. That'd be awesome. And I'll be looking for a shooter that's shooting with his girlfriend. So try to come say hi. Carry extra batteries. Yeah, that's a huge thing. Great point. I just changed out I just changed tonight my Kestrel battery. So I put a brand new battery in it. And then I'll bring in a couple extra batteries for the other stuff as well. But yeah, definitely have that for sure. It's going to be important. And then the good old days, make sure you got some hard copy backup stuff in case everything falls down the mountain. Here's actually some batteries right here. I won't need any of those, but actually I would use one of those on the Razor for illuminated reticle if I needed to. And there might be a night match. I'm not sure if we're doing a night match. Basically, it's kind of a side thing. It's not during the day portion, but I know there will be some tactical stage stuff where we'll be shooting pistols as well. But yeah, this one we bought, and it's been working great. I haven't used it much lately, especially on the 22 NRL PRS style matches, because you just don't really need it. But because I'm running a Hawk Hills dope card deal, so that works perfect. So I don't really use that, but something like this where you're going to be out in the middle of nowhere and your stuff might go to heck in a handbasket, it's definitely good to have some type of data. The one thing I don't like is having to look down right there. So basically, as this arm is underneath, basically on the squeeze bag, and I'm shooting, basically I got to come off the rifle to see, unless I want to pull my arm up, but then I got to reposition again. So there's definitely pluses and minuses to it. When you're running like a Hawk Hills custom data card, it's right there. All you got to do is, depending on if you shoot with both eyes open or closed, is just look and just open your eyeball if you're running one eye. But all your information will be right there if you wrote it in there. So I kind of enjoy that a lot better. So I will be running the data card. Problem is I won't know the distances. So the video that I was trying to get you guys to see, I guess I'm kind of showing you. Let me see. Oh, here's the data card right here. That's what it looks like. If you guys aren't familiar with the Hawk Hills data card, basically you just Velcro it on there, and it works better more for the PRS style NRL stuff where you already know the distances, and then you can kind of just dial your dope. I'm not thinking I'm going to have time to do much dialing unless the targets are super tiny. I'll probably try to do holds, especially with the H59 reticle. It's got 2/10 all the way down, so unless the wind's super crazy and I'm way off of the reticle, then I might dial some, but we'll see. Let's see. When you combine the prices of the three items, it replaces it. Actually, not a bad price. No, that's true. If you have because what you do, and I don't have it here because it's upstairs. I'm trying to get all my stuff together. When you turn on and you go to this app here. I guess I can show you that. I think it'll show it. I won't be able to log in. Update available. It's always update available. This is the app for it, Vortex, for the Fury. So basically, you pair the device, and then there you go. Firearms, environmentals, ballistic display, and target parameters. Some of the cool things is you can actually do the wind value inside of, come on, focus. Inside of the Fury. So it has two buttons. It has on each side, and then it actually has a wind button. So after you calibrate it, and you're going to do the same thing almost like you do with the Kestrel. You flip it over this way, you're going to flip it this way, and then you're going to rotate it like this as well. And now that has been compass calibrated. So your Fury 5000 with applied ballistics, or even is going to have, basically now you are on the, it has been calibrated in the compass. So when you're gonna, when you use the rangefinder and you hit distance, it knows what the compass reading is. And then when you go to do wind, if you're guessing the wind, or you use a Kestrel, one of the two, you say you use a Kestrel and the wind's 5 miles an hour coming out of the right, I don't know, whatever. You're actually going to point, the Fury, and then you're going to into the wind, and you're going to hit the wind button. And that's going to take, that's basically going to tell you, it's going to tell it what the direction or what type, if you're going to use, a lot of people use like the clock value for wind. So let's say you were at 12 o'clock and the wind's coming out of 9 or 3, I should say. When you go to hit the button for wind, it knows that you got basically a full value wind coming out of that direction, and then you tell it, or you, if you're linked up with your Kestrel, you could just let it do it. But you could click 5 miles an hour, and it'll know that. So inside of the applied ballistics, it's gonna take all that into effect. And when you're looking at basically, I'll just call it a reticle, which it isn't really a reticle, but it's a reading. It's going to give you a bunch of information. It will tell you what your wind hold is going to be and in what direction. So basically, at least to me, I don't know what it looks like to you guys on YouTube, but I would basically be holding right, whatever, for 5 miles an hour. So it's really kind of cool that the technology's come so far. I mean, when I picked up the SIG BDXs, I was like, man, this is amazing, especially for the type of matches that we're shooting where you have blind stages and they don't tell you any of the distances and you have to find and spot your targets. Sometimes I wish that it had more power. The reason why I say that is because when you're trying to find a target quickly, and you basically have a left and a right limit, and you got a dot on the ground, and basically they're saying in between these two imaginary lines is some X amount of targets, and trying to find those targets can be a little difficult, especially depending on the terrain. Now, remember, these aren't white targets. They're not orange targets. They're anything but visible, basically. They're hidden in shadows. They're the same color as rocks. They're the same color as X, Y, and Z. Whatever they can do to make it a big pain in your butt, that's basically where those targets are going to be. Let's see. SoCal Plinker says, did you already true up the software to your actual dope? I had to adjust the DSF factor for the 223 rifle. Once it was done, it was spot on. Yeah, it's been very close. I was amazed. So what I do is basically trying to see how well it does. I will not turn my Kestrel on Bluetooth. And then what I'm trying to do is I'm trying to get all the information via one type of instrument and then get all the information from another type of instrument. So I'm basically crossing out how close these things are. So I turned the Kestrel on right when I got this thing, and it said, I don't remember what the degrees were, but let's just say it was 68 degrees. I went through and I went through the process of calibrating everything and doing the whole little shizbang that you would normally do, like if you're spinning it up on live. And it was spot on. I was like, damn, this thing works really good. And then what's nice, and I can't do it because I'm not linked in right now. If I go to firearms, it might let me. So I might as well kind of go over this right now. I want to do a video for you guys as well, but see how you see A, B, and C? Those are basically profiles. Come on. Those are basically profiles. So A, B, and C. So what's kind of cool about that is in the actual Furies, you can hit, say you want to go shoot 22 long rifles. So my Voodoo, I would just go to profile B, and now all my data's in there. So you do true out the DSF in this app as well, and you tell it, basically you'll type in, like, you go into your Kestrel, you use that information, you go back here, and you basically confirm it, and then these things are within 1/10 of each other. I haven't found any issues. I wish I had more time to really like dive deep into this thing, because this thing does a lot of amazing stuff when it comes to the Fury, but I just don't have the time prior to this match. So I'm trying to get as much information, but so far it's been really well. It was kind of neat because Matt went out there, Matt P, myself, Kreideman, and we were both shooting, all three of us, sorry, we're shooting 22 Voodoos. And basically I could hit a target. It would say, like, 4.7 mils or whatever it was. And I basically was able to spot, kind of like it would be for a match. I could hit it, range it, and give Matt the dope. And without him looking through his Kestrel or even using his data, he was pretty much spot on. And our two rifles are pretty close. He has an 18-inch barrel MTU contour, and I have a 20-inch, so pretty dang close. There's really not a difference when it comes to velocity with those two different distances. We've done quite a bit of testing on that. So you tell him 4.7 mils, and he was hitting steel, and we did that out to, like, I think it was like 450 or 500 yards, so it's pretty good. If there was one thing I think I could change about any of the range finding things that I've been able to use, which is the SIG BDX and then also the Fury, is if there was a button that you could switch for the rangefinder to a tiny dot. So a lot of times, and I don't know if it'd be more accurate when the signal goes out and then comes back, if it could pick up that smaller area, but especially when you're shooting 22 rimfire stuff and the targets are really small, like at 350. Especially if you're not using a tripod. If you're not using a tripod, it is very difficult with any of them. But when you go to hit distance, you're like questioning whether it hit it or not. You're like, did I get it? And then you hit it again, and you kind of hit it. You can do it where it scans. So it's basically, if it was like 400, 400, and then 350, 400, 400, 400. When you crossed over the path of the 350, the target was there. But I don't know which way is better. I think more accurately is when it's on best, and you can't scan when you're on best, I believe. What's up, Mario? Glad you're back. At this point, Dick, what's the difference? Let's see. That's good stuff. Isn't that the same thing? You guys are getting out of control in here. That's good. Have fun. It's Friday. Is it Friday? Yeah, it's Friday. Friday. That's right. We got to get SoCal Plinkster on here one of these days. If you guys aren't familiar with SoCal Plinkster, he does a really good job. He just started a channel not too long ago. He does a lot of 22 NRL style stuff. He just got done with his first centerfire match, and it's so weird watching his competitions. It's so completely different than out here. I don't know. It's fun to watch though. Really good guy. Seems like a lot of fun. And I like him because he's like kind of like my channel. I mean, if I miss, I miss, and it is what it is. And hopefully I do better next time. And he's out there. I think what I like about him, he has the love for training and trying to get it done. Trying to be better at it. And that's all we can do is practice, right? practice, try to get better, learn from each other, and try to become a more proficient shooter. What kind of powder is behind you? That's I guess it's this way. H4350. That's what I load in the 6 Creedmoor. This one's probably got about, I don't know, half in it, but I went through a couple bottles. This stuff's great stuff, but I don't know how hard it is to find right now. Buying a Fury, eh? What kind of see? So if you're buying a Fury, it replaces the rangefinder and the Kestrel. It can replace some stuff. I would say never get rid of your Kestrel ever. And you can run it linked with your Kestrel as well as your phone app. But what it does is, if you don't want to have, like, one of the things that I didn't like about the BDX 3000s was you have to keep that thing live the entire time. And I guess it's not a big deal as long as you're not going to be out too long and you got extra batteries and that kind of stuff. But these matches where you're basically starting and then you're ending at the day, there's no like breaks in between. It's like haul butt, get it all done, shoot as much as you can, and hopefully the guy behind you doesn't catch you, kind of deal. I don't want it to fail. So I'm gonna try it without linking to the Kestrel. So I'm going to go in, make sure all the data is good when we have 0 day, and hopefully 0 day we can, reach out to hopefully at least 600 yards to get some kind of, just make sure all the dope's the same for that environment. And then if it seems like it's good and, and everything's there, maybe a tenth, if it stays within a tenth, I probably won't run the Kestrel because there's really no time to use it. And I'm thinking that I haven't tried the new Kestrel out, the fastest one. I don't even know what the hell it's called. I have the 5700. I know there's a newer one out that supposedly is faster. So it has a faster processor, whatever it has, in order to give information faster. So that might be something, that we'll be interested in. Problem is they're expensive, so trying to buy new ones a pain in the butt. But if it does make things faster, I could see that being a bonus someday when I get some extra cash or whatever the case. What's up, Wheeled and Well Armed? Got to meet him at the Blade Show. So there is possibly that could be the biggest positive thing out of the new Kestrel. If you're running it that way, if you're running it from off of a SIG or the Fury 5000s or whatever you're using, that could be a huge benefit. If you're getting that information back that much quicker, that may be the reason you got an extra couple hits on a stage. So I don't know. And a couple hits on a stage can be a win, or 3 places, or whatever. Teeth is clean. My teeth are clean. It's this cool thing they invented back in the day. It's got like this little stick on it. And then on this end, it's got these little like hair bristle things. What you do is you pour sweet tea on it, and then you rub back and forth really fast. Yes, I said sweet tea. Let's see. What kind? So if you're buying a Fury, it replaces the rangefinder. It will replace the rangefinder. It will replace your binoculars. And I'm not going to say it replaces a Kestrel. I don't think a Kestrel is a very important piece that I would not just, I wouldn't get rid of that Kestrel at all, for sure. We talked about it, but no, you don't ever get rid of the Kestrel. I appreciate it, Conservative Sniper. We'll see how much fun we have. Not working in my area. The mongrels put us on 3G that drops out 50 times a day. Yeah, Conservative Sniper Hunter. I actually had some internet issues earlier today, which some of you guys knew. After we did that live chat with X-Ring, I don't know, like behind me is everything goes into like a hub. So I got like a HDMI cord that goes to the TV over here, the microphone, the camera, and the internet. And then I got one cord that comes out of it and plugs into my computer. And when Ray plugged it into his computer and then I tried jumping on, my microphone didn't work. Nothing was working. So I had to restart the broadcast, which wasn't that bad, but just kind of made me look silly, which in turn, I do that myself all the time anyway, so it doesn't really matter. But before we get out of here in a little while, I got a few things to say. So tonight is sponsored by Vortex Optics. Get over to vortexoptics.com and get yourself maybe even a Fury 5000 with applied ballistics. Get rid of those old binoculars and time for an upgrade. And also, of course, my Magic Skittle rifle, which was built by dpgunworks.com, Mr. Eagle Eye Shooting, which I will be shooting against in Wyoming, which will be fun. I finally get to meet Eagle Eye Shooting in person. We've been yapping over the phone for many years now, and he builds a beautiful, great rifle. And then also, a day at the range. I want to get you guys over there. I don't have the newest competition or challenge in front of me. And I had a lot of fun with this hostage target. So Eli's a really cool guy. I haven't had a chance to meet him in person yet, but just a really... Another YouTube channel that really tries to promote people to just get out, go to the range, have fun, bring someone that hasn't shot in a while or has never shot, and to fall in love with the sport again. But he has these really cool challenges. He's got he's got a really nice blog that you can download your scores to, and kind of just see how you do against other shooters. This one is the basically the group challenge, and these you can download right off of his site called A Day at the Range. I think it's adayattherange.com. Also has a great YouTube channel. Go check him out. But there's a new one, and I'm gonna show you guys how this new challenge is, and I really want to try this one. And it's it looks tough. And it's kind of like this. And I'll just do a short version of it. It's a piece of paper just like this. And right over on this side, right here is a tiny dot. And it's actually smaller than that. And it's worth a certain amount of points. Don't know the point value. But basically it goes from very, very small all the way down, and then you have some really big targets up here. Treefeller says it's Know Your Skills challenge, so he would know because he does a lot of those challenges as well, and actually does really well at it. But it's kind of a cool one. So each value, so the bigger they are, the less points they're worth, and then this little tiny one. But you get 5 shots, and you can shoot any one of these. You can only shoot at it once though. And then if you break the line, you get that X amount of points with 5 shots. So it's a really cool challenge. It only takes 522 shots. So it's not like it's killing you bank wise. It's not like shooting 338 Lapua or something. And what's up, Nick? And it's a good challenge, and I would love to see you guys go over there and try it out. Do it, print out a few sheets and have your wife or kids or whoever try it as well. I think it could be a great weekend family fun time. And the best part is it's not like you have to shoot 300 rounds of ammo or anything. So definitely do it. I would encourage you guys to get over to A Day at the Range. No, the Now I can't even think. It's not a day at the range. It's at the range. Why can't I think? A day at the range. There you go. It is 50 yards. What's the website? It is. It's not. Is it the day at the range or a day at the range? Can't remember. The day at the range, I think. Where is Tree Feller when you need him? Tree Feller, come on, type. Let's go. Get on it. Get it. A day at the range. The day at the range. 50 yards, too easy. Oh, Mario, you never know. And what's kind of neat is you can take a picture of your rifle. You can video. You can do videos. You can take pictures of all these challenges, and they'll post them up, and they'll put you in the score bar. The score. And they'll put your score up there as well. So definitely go over there and check it out. Karate chop yourself. Yeah, I got nobody to karate chop. That was the best I could do. I had to karate chop myself. And I got one of these too. I'm going to zap myself. There we go. Now we're all done. Can't wait for all the Vortex reviews. I appreciate it, Conservative Sniper. I'm waiting because I really want to give you guys good info, or at least try. I don't want to just, have it for 10 minutes and tell you it's great or sucks or whatever. I want to give it a good review. I want to just blast one out to blast one out. I'm going to beat this stuff up. That's the reason why I'm taking the Fury 5000. Well, that's one of many reasons. I want it because it's a better unit, in my opinion. But I also want to see how well it does in the dust, and if it falls, breaks, whatever the case is. What's up, Net Flutter? And I'll report back to you. I broke this one that fell off a cliff or whatever the case is. It's Mr. Revolver Guy, but it's them circle targets are very challenging. Structure fire timeout 22:47. There you go. What up, Sheball Seki? Yeah, it is at 50 yards, though. Freaking Ray trying to spark some powder with that thing. Yeah, I know. You just can't have enemies when you got friends like that. I'm telling you. Let's see here. Does that mean you'll send me the SIG kilos? I would have thought about it, Sheball, until you picked up my Stitch DLC. I'm just kidding. What the hell? Let's see how long we've been yapping for. Yeah, we're getting close to the 1 hour and a half mark, so that's good. We made it this far. I can tell my bladder's telling me that we're getting close. But it should be, as much as I'm not looking forward to this match, I think just physically, I'm actually looking forward to it as well, and just to see how good or bad physically I do. I know there's going to be guys that are going to be sprinting. Like, that's not me. I'm not 27 anymore, and ain't nobody got time for that. But I will have. Hopefully I'll do decent. So we'll see. See what happens. My Stitch from Ray came today. Nice, Chris. That's awesome, man. I picked up a turquoise LUDT for my daughter, and I gave it to her today, so she was all excited about it. She was excited. Which Vortex rifle scopes are you going to review? I will be reviewing this one. Actually, I'll be doing the Viper PST, which will be a great. There it is. Get your butt on there. It's a PST Gen 2. This is the 5-25. It does have the EBR 7C in it. As far as reviews of, I think, actually, I got to review this too. I'll be reviewing this, the Crossfire Red Dot, which I put on one of my ARs. So I'll kind of be doing not so much a comparison, but like what I'm thinking of when I'm reviewing this one is the I think I have it over there. Let me see it real quick. Basically, you'd be putting it up against this. Trying not to get in YouTube jail here. But it's a Trijicom. And that one's always worked really well. So we'll see what happens. And then also I'll be doing the review of, and I'll probably be doing that one last because my 3-gun stuff's not coming up till October. But the 1 to 10, the Gen 3, the Vortex makes a really nice razor 1 to 10 that is a magnificent scope. So we'll see how that is. I did pick it up in Mills, but basically it's a red dot. And then when you crank the power way up is when you start seeing the reticle. And of course, it's got a super bright red dot if you're running in the daytime, or if you want some serious, I try to leave it as low as I can just so it doesn't start basically blurring out or starbursting out. So you get more of a crisp dot. But it will go super bright if you're in like some crazy bright day kind of deal and you just can't see the dot. You can crank it way up and it gets super bright. So we'll see. Foco65 says, review the Viper PST Gen 2. Yes, buy it. That's it. Yeah, I tell you what, I have it on the 360 Voodoo right now. And it's really nice. One of the things, because I have 1, 2, 3. I have 4, I think it's 4 or 5. 4. I think it's 4 of the HG Gen 2s, the 4.5 to 27s. I've really fell in love with that scope. And I think I liked it so much I kept purchasing them. I wanted them to be, there is different reticles. I have 3 different reticles. I have the 7C, 2 EBR, and 2 Cs, and then I also have the H59. And depending on what kind of match you're doing or what you're trying to shoot with it, there's definitely pluses and minuses to everything. But when you're reviewing a scope, it's basically all the same. It's just more of a reticle preference. So depending on what you guys are shooting or shooting at or whatever you're doing, that's kind of more just personal preference. But I can already tell you the razor side of Vortex is magnificent. It's always has been for years and years. And then kind of getting a chance to mess with this stuff, which is like a very towards the higher end of the Vortex. What's cool about Vortex is they make everything from really consumer friendly, budget friendly scopes to very high level, professional shooter style optics as well. Once you start going up, there's little extra things you get, like a Diamondback, for instance. Compared to something higher up, you're going to start getting like a zero stops and locking turrets once you start getting up through the kind of the levels. So depending on what you're looking for or what you're going to do with it or how you're going to use it, you may need locking turrets so you're not messing stuff up when you're hiking with it or whatever, stuff's not spinning around. So those are kind of the things that you're going to be looking for depending on what type of style of shooting you're going to be doing. So with the the HD, the razor style, you're getting locking turrets, you're getting illuminated reticles, you're getting really clear glass, you're getting options from Mills and MOH style reticles or style scopes, and all sorts of biz band jingle jangles. So we'll see. Polish Special Forces use the Vortex Razor Gen 2. Yeah, I would say the one thing compared to some of the other stuff is is there, especially on the razors, the Gen 2s, is they are built very well, which is a great thing, but they're also a little heavier than some of your other ones, like your Night Forces and your Burst. But I actually like the weight. I'm not gonna on this match because I'm gonna have to carry the dang thing. But like for PRS, NRL style stuff, where everybody's loading the chassis up with 40 extra pounds of weight and all that other stuff, it does not matter. This scope here was quite light, so it's definitely a good choice. This would be a great choice for PRS matches if you're shooting center fire, you're shooting. We're a lot of us are crazy, and we're putting very expensive scopes on 22 rifle, 22 LR style shooting stuff, but this is definitely a great option. The EBR 7C is a great reticle. Here's a picture of it here. Full illumination of basically the whole tree, the horizontal and vertical lines. So come on, focus. There, that's about as close as I'm gonna get. But that's it there. That's the I'm a huge fan of mills. I don't prefer the MOA for the style shooting that we're doing. And the reason why is a lot less dialing. You're on the clock and you need to get to, whatever it is, say 18 mils. When you're trying to shoot that in an MOA, it's like 42 or something. So it's a lot, there's a lot going on. It's less precise than the MOA if you really think about it. But at the end of the day, trying to get an MOA scope to shoot for PRS style stuff is not what I want to be doing. So the mills work well. I think most people utilize that communication in mills for that platform of shooting. I know like F class and some of the like bench rest guys, they like the MOAs for the little more tweaking of stuff, but they're not running around sitting on bushes and trying to crank a bunch of stuff and engage targets like PRS style shooting. No wonder you can't run. You drag your feet. Let's see. Review the Viper. Let's see. Talked to the old cogger, old man Stan. That's still Safari. Oh yeah, old man Stan. Yep. He had nothing but good things to say about you and Ray. I appreciate it, Smoking Cash. Awesome, man. Yeah, he's a good dude. Definitely a good dude. I'm can't wait to see Zach and Jimmy and those guys. It's gonna be a lot of fun. Definitely for sure. So yeah, it was a fun time. The community, you guys already know this stuff, but when you go to these matches, especially these like 3 days and 2-day event kind of stuff, the camaraderie is just amazing. You show up. This match we have a partner, so usually your partner. Hugo, I've only known for a couple days from that other match. So just being able to meet great people and then saying, yeah, I'll shoot on your team with you. So it's pretty cool. You meet really great people, and the community's awesome. It really is. But I appreciate it, Smoking Cash. Yeah, it'd be nice to see all those guys again for sure. Ceramic internals make them temperature insensitive. What are we talking about, tree feller? Ceramic internals make them temperature insensitive. It's like a riddle. Just shoot an American Rimfire 22 LR. Those work good. Those work, it is what it is. I started off with the Rugers. We were shooting basically the RPR Rimfire. There's a huge difference, though, you guys. I'm going to tell you, when you get past 200 yards, you are going to go, okay, I see what these guys are talking about. If you're trying to shoot small targets, past 200, 250 yards, you're gonna understand why. Some of it definitely has to do with the ammo. So, kudos to having good ammo and consistent ammo if you can find it. But a good majority of it is your rifle. You don't notice the group much at 50. You just don't. You're like, oh, I printed almost as good of a group as a Voodoo. And I'm just utilizing what I was talking about with my Ruger that I was shooting before. And then when you start taking them out to farther distances, that's when you notice things start going sideways. Ceramic internals make them. Let's see. Rick, I have the Vortex Viper PST Gen 2 3x15 EBR7C installed in my air. Right? Yeah, that would be a great one too. Yep. It has 44. Yeah, first focal point field of view. I love it. Yeah, for sure. Let's see. It means they work the same in cold and hot. What's the topic, though? What are we talking about? Ceramic internals of what? I'm lost, gentlemen. On the Razor, the internals are ceramic, so they don't expand and contract in temperature extremes. Thank you. Gotcha. All right. Well, we are at 1 hour and 30 minutes of pure madness. I appreciate everybody showing up. I'm looking forward to seeing a few of you out there that are going to be at the match, so that'll be really awesome. Definitely come say hi if I don't say hi first. And it's been a pleasure. Hopefully we learned something. I know I learned a few things from you guys out in the comments section, which always makes it wonderful. And you guys might have learned something as well from the chat. And if you enjoyed the video, or if you haven't subscribed to this crazy channel yet, definitely give me some love by hitting the subscribe button. We definitely appreciate it. So you guys take care. Have a wonderful night. And we'll see what happens. No doubt the limit on basic starter guns are about 100 yards. Yeah, there is definitely a difference, even with great ammo. You will notice the groups open up for sure. All right. With that said, you guys have a wonderful night. We'll see you again. It is Friday night, so if you're going to go out and have some fun tonight, make sure you are very safe. And if you guys go out and get really crazy, make sure you call an Uber or one of your buddies and have them get you home safely so that we can see you again on the chat. And again, one last time, if you have a chance, take someone that hasn't gone shooting, maybe hasn't shot in a while, nephews, nieces, daughters and sons, friends and neighbors. Go have some fun, stay safe, and you guys take care. See you later.